Hey guys, it's Mary, and I have a confession to make. I have every intention of living a double life. I'm just kidding. That is the name of the new Kulfi primer that we're going to be testing out today, and I'm really intrigued by it. This is a serum primer. Kulfi is a brand that I have tried a couple things by that were winners for me, and I really wanted to give this primer a try. So there's been a lot of sales going on. I've had a couple hauls on my channel, so I'm just really trying to play with everything and get a feel for everything, see what I like and what I don't like. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and then we're going to wear it out and we're going to see how everything works. We've got that Kulfi primer. I've also got the new House Labs Sculpt Shaping Balm. I've got the Naked Sundays Skin Tint Foundation. This caught my eye because it was on the Ulta like 21 Days of Beauty half off, and it's a SPF 50 with peptides in it. So like, you need say no more for me. You had me at hello on that one. Danessa Myricks has a new setting spray, so I picked up just the mini on this one. It says it's mattifying, and I do love Danessa, so we're gonna try that out. Tower 28 little glitter stick balm. Now this is gonna have to really blow me away because the She Glam $8 ones are like my new go-to as far as these sparkle sticks. I love the Fenty Gloss Balm in Icy Amethyst so much. I did return Fenty Glow because I just did not like the way that color looked on me. I know it's supposed to be universal, but I was just not digging that gloss balm stick on myself. I love Icy Amethyst, so I picked up the, what is this one called? It's the How Many Carats one, so it's just like the regular silver one, but I have this Wet n Wild lip stain that I really love, so I thought we would marry these two together and just see how they play. And then later on, as we're touching up throughout the day, Naked Sundays also had on that half off sale the SPF 50 Touch Up Hydrating Glow Mist Top Up Spray with hyaluronic acid, Cockadoo plum, and watermelon. It does say glow. I'm not huge on glow, so hopefully it's not like, you know, like beaming glow. Hopefully it's just a little bit of a hint of a glow. I don't know. We will see. I have for years, I have heard Kathleen Lights like rave about the IT foundation brushes, and I just never picked one up, but then they came out with one in the shape of a star. And Mary in space and stars, it's a no-brainer. So that is now a part of my life forever. So I did go ahead and throw on my skincare. Of course, I let that sink in for a while. I have on the Ordinary SPF 45 serum. I specifically went with this sunscreen for today because this is a serum primer. And so I just thought that they would play well together. And it's also like a skin tint that we're using. So I don't know. I just thought that those products would kind of work well together. So that's what we're doing. First things first, we're going to go in with the primer. So it says it's a hydrating lightweight primer that diminishes the appearance of hyperpigmentation while making makeup last. Wear as a pore blurring base or alone. So you can wear this on like no makeup days all by itself. It says it's good for normal, oily, dry, or combination skin. So it's just like, hey, across the board, I've got you covered. And then the highlighted ingredients in here. It's got 0.5% tranexamic acid, which is good to diminish the appearance of hyperpigmentation and dark spots. It's got 2.5% niacinamide, which improves the look of skin tone and texture. Some people don't really like niacinamide. I tend to do well with it. 2% hydrating complex with hyaluronic acid, which is going to help you hold on to that hydration. I should have just let it say it. It says adds hydration and antioxidants for a visible plumping effect. The Double Life Serum Primer. The reason I laugh about Double Life is because, side note, yeah, I grew up in a religion where they used to refer to like double life was like a term that they referred to people that would kind of like live life one way when they were at church and around their kind of congregation, and live life another way when they were away from church. And that's why I just like, I don't know. I thought the whole double life thing was funny. Okay. Anyway, it's a hydrating primer that improves the appearance of overall skin texture while keeping your makeup flawless all day long. That's what we're going to test out today. This formula can be worn as the perfect pore blurring base before makeup, alone, for a filter-like finish, or even overnight as part of your skincare routine, all while delivering skin-loving ingredients. And Kulfi is a clean brand at Sephora. almost everything I think we're using today is clean, but I don't think Danessa is clean. It's kind of like a peach color. I wasn't really expecting that, but it does very much feel like skincare. But it's spreading out, feels really nice. We're gonna go ahead and give it that 60 seconds and let it sink in. And while it's sinking in, let's go ahead and talk about our Naked Sundays here. Now, I picked up shade 4. That 21 Days of Beauty thing, it's like, get it right now, or you're not gonna get it for real cheap. And then you have to like pick whatever. And this shade, I don't know, it's looking really light, but online it looked like. Anyway, let's just hope it works. I do have my handy dandy Drunk Elephant drops that I will use to help kind of bronze this up if it's looking a little bit too light, which is clean as well, the Drunk Elephant drops. Okay, so this says the Naked Sundays Beauty Screen Peptide Foundation Skin Tint SPF 50 with niacinamide and squalene. It says it's infused with polyglutamic acid, niacinamide, peptides, which is what sold me, and squalene for added moisture and skincare benefits, as well as SPF 50 broad protection. So shake well, apply liberty, 15 minutes before sun exposure, reapply every 2 hours. So this is also, okay, so this is like saying that it's gonna be like your actual sunscreen for the day, which I'm not using this to be my actual sunscreen. Like I said, we already put on a sunscreen, and most of the time, if I wasn't using that Kulfi primer, I would put on a sunscreen primer as well, and then my SPF skin tint, and then I use like a SPF spray on my face. So like, I'm not relying on just this, but I will say that if you were relying on just this, then you'd have to do that whole 2-finger thing, and we're not doing that. We're just going to put enough of this on our face to provide just a little bit of I'm running errands type of coverage. That's what we're doing. So, ooh, this is that's looking really light. I should not have put that directly on my face. I should have tested that first. Okay, now I'm gonna have to mix this like actually on my face. Oh my god, this is gonna be interesting. And it's really peach too. Oh my god, is this going south already? Let me use my face. This is going south fast. This is going down. We're going down. We're going down, guys. We're going down. This is not cute. No, shade 4. Ah! Mayday. I need to go get something darker. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. We're gonna salvage this. Reset. I'm gonna mix it with the CoverGirl skin tint because this one is too dark for me, and I know I really like this one. So to just give this a little bit of a shot, because I do want to see if I like the formula, if it's worth trying to switch it for a different shade. This time I'm going to be smart and I'm going to put it on my hand. It's very, very liquidy. It is looking super peach, I'm not going to lie. Oh, I mean, I'm willing to test stuff, but I don't want to look crazy. Let's go ahead and try that foundation brush. Ooh, this undertone. Ooh. It's like a little bit too peachy warm for me. This is the House Labs Precision Sculpt Shaping Balm, Contouring Balm, and mine is in the shade Silhouette. So that's what she looks like. Now let's see, do you get a decent amount of product in here? That's about what we're going for as far as amount of product. So this says it's a precision contour stick that defines and lifts with a buttery texture that effortlessly blends, seamlessly shapes, and sets for 12 hours. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of this on. Lately I've been throwing a little bit of contour on my nose again. I didn't do it for like many moons. And then I got that little Morphe stick thing, and it's been kind of making me enjoy doing a little nose thing. Ooh, that blends away really quickly. Okay, so is it blending all the way away, or is it just, This is the brush I always use to do my nose. It's like Kat Von D, just like thin. Is the brush just taking feel like that just disappeared. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens up here. I'm gonna use my Rare Beauty foundation brush, which I do like to use to stamp on like my Fenty matchstick and stuff. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so it's not blending away on my cheek. It's actually really, really pretty on my cheek. It looks really warm when you look at the container. When you look at the packaging, it looks like it's going to be too warm, but this is really, really, really the type of tone that I love, because I'm not the type of person that is really going to bronze and contour. So I feel like this is one of those like best of the both worlds type of tones, where it's a little bit warm, but it's also cool. And I'm not really sure how some brands manage to do that, but I love it. It's brilliant. Do you see what I mean? It's almost like doing both for me. I feel a little bronzed and I feel a little contoured. If it's going to save me time, we're all about it around here. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the It Do It All concealer, and I'm going to go in with the Angie Hot and Flashy by BK Beauty, which is quickly become my favorite concealer brush. Just a little bit right here. This is where I need the least amount of coverage, is where I will start to blend out first, because I'm just doing it up here to kind of do a little bit of lifting. I don't really have anything up here I'm trying to conceal. And I just start at the bottom and then I work my way up. I would say as far as coverage, the CoverGirl one is medium, and I say that it's still giving about a good solid medium, so I would have to say that the Naked Sundays one is about a medium coverage as well. That contour stick by House Labs, now I do think that it blended away a lot on my nose, but I'm really, really loving the finish and the tone on my cheeks. I'm gonna blend this a little bit more right here. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my RMS Hydra powder, which is the powder that I tend to reach for on days like this, just kind of every day. Mine is in the shade medium. And I will go ahead, I'm going to put this powder on one side of my face and just show you so you can see the finish. Why I think they call it a Hydra powder. It's kind of like a satin finish is probably what I would say. So can we see how you definitely can tell that I have powdered down. It is not mattified though. It's just more skin-like and not as shiny, not as glowy. But do you see, can you see the Hydra powder thing behind it? How it kind of keeps you hydrated. It keeps that natural skin finish. It's a nice powder. Now, RMS is a clean brand, and I like this powder for under my eye as well as my entire face. Not all powders will I put under my eyes as well. I feel like you do have to be a little bit pickier about anything and everything when it comes to your under eye when you're in your 40s. You just do. It becomes like a whole new world. Like, at least for me. I did a video, Get Ready With Me, talking about the Mandela effect and testing the stuff from my Sephora haul. And I had picked up this blush and I really wanted to test out, like, does red blush look good on everybody? And I could not get this blush open for the life of me. We are going to play with that today too, I forgot. And I want to play with this Tower 28 Sparkle Stick. Before we do that, let's go ahead and throw on some bronzer. This is the RMS Tan Lines Redimension Hydra Bronzer. That is the bronzer. And this is really pretty. It's got a little tiny bit of a sheen to it. I tried a couple that were kind of almost sparkly, and that just was not my jam. But the sheen on this one is special. And I don't know if you can see that tan lines shade for me, you know, it's not very much deeper than I am. And I really, really like that about it, because I can kind of just like not think about it and throw it on. I really, really like this bronzer. This is a winner, 100%. I'm going to go in with just a blending brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of this and throw it in my crease just so we have a little something before we put on that shadow stick. When I'm getting ready, this is going to be what I do. I'm going to throw a bronzer in my crease and some sort of shadow or stick on my lid. I am always on the run. I feel like I always have something to do. I'm always on the go, whether it's, you know, it's just life. I'm always on the go. But I'm also a makeup lover. So I also do like to, like, you know, look cute when I can. And so it has kind of become my go-to to just throw a bronzer in my crease and something sparkly or shimmery on the lid. This is the Tower 28 Go-Go Cooling Shimmer Stick, and I got mine in the shade Viper because I felt like Viper was, you know, kind of not like anything else that I had. It's kind of like a taupe color, and I don't really have a sparkle stick in this shade, so I thought, let's try it. And okay, so I feel the cooling. I definitely feel the cooling. So far, packaging exactly like She Glam, which is what I thought. I mentioned it. I did a video on those $8 sparkle sticks. I'll link it up here if you want to check it out. They're very, very similar to a lot of these sticks that are coming out by a lot of different brands. The packaging on the She Glam ones is literally exactly this. And they feel a lot alike. Now, I'm not going to say that the She Glam ones do not feel this cold. They don't. And this is a really pretty color. So I'm not sure if the She Glam ones have a color similar to this, but they do have quite a few shades. This is a nice everyday shade. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Now we will see how it works. Okay, see, it's flaking a little bit. It's flaking a little bit. Now that is me because I layered it up. In that video, I mentioned, because I like compared it to the Danessa Myricks sticks, to the Half Magic sticks, and I mentioned that, you know, the $8 ones, they do this. They do kind of crease a little bit. I'm so happy I went with this color. Side note, yeah, I don't have anything like this color. They do like crease a little bit, flake if you put them too much, but as we see, this $20 one just did the same thing to me. The Danessa Myricks one does the same thing to me. The Fenty one does the same thing to me. So the $8 ones are really nice. None of the She Glam ones I own look like Viper. I will say that. Now, Tower 28 is a clean brand. I don't know if She Glam is clean. And Tower 28, you know, the shades are clearly very, very pretty. So I will give it that. I don't think we want to go like full on with the red blush and this look. I just don't think it's going to look right. But what I will do is throw on this highlighter that is in here, because I have played with this a few times. Whew, that's pretty. A little bit of this highlighter. And it's kind of like, it is a highlighter, but I'm going to use it kind of like a blush topper highlighter. Now this formula, very, very nice. I've only played with the cream part one time. It is very, very intense. Do I get the whole hype about the red blushes? Maybe. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. I wear makeup all the time, right? Like I wear makeup all the time. And my husband, he compliments my makeup a lot, you know, and he's very nice because he knows I'm a makeup lover. So he will even like compliment other women's makeup and tell them how beautiful their makeup looks, because he knows like how happy it makes me when someone, you know, says, oh, I really like your eyeshadow today or something. So he's just like that, and he will compliment me a lot of times. But the first day that I wore this blush, he didn't say like, oh, your makeup looks pretty today. He said, I really like your blush. And I was like, you have never ever said that to me before. What? Like, just specifically, he said, I really like your blush. So maybe there's something to the red blush thing. Is there something to the red blush thing? Guys, I don't know. So before we keep going, I'm going to go ahead and throw on this setting spray. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. So it says blurring, and it also says mattifying. Now, I do like the Danessa Myricks like blurring balm. like that. I quite enjoy this. This looks like interesting as far as the spray. I'm gonna spray it out a couple times first because I have learned if you spray it on your face, the first couple sprays, you're gonna get camel spit at. So don't do it. Like, why don't I learn that? I forget, and then I just all the time. Okay, so spray the first couple away from yourself. Now, this says how to use shake well and prime sprayer before use. Thanks, Danessa. I learned that already. All right, and that's all it said. Okay. I really love that stick. That is really pretty. I feel like it's flattering for brown eyes, which, you know, I'm always a fan of. I'm going to take a little bit more of this bronzer and a domed brush, and I'm just going to throw a little bit of that on my lower lash line just to kind of balance things out. Okay, so I did go ahead and throw in a little of the Lancome Hypnose Drama. I have a little sample that I threw mascara onto my eyes, and I threw some of the Wet n Wild lip stain on in Nude Tights. And now we're going to throw on the Fenty Gloss Bomb Stick in How Many Carats? So I'm excited for this one. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty. So you can just like take any color lip liner that you want and toss it on. That's really pretty. Now, I did want to mention, I am too lazy to do anything to my brows, so I just left them. I'm sorry. I know I've got bald tails. Try not to look. But other than that, I was realizing after powdering and spraying my face, I was liking the look of this skin tint a little bit more. And then I looked really, really closely. I did notice that there was something that I believe has to be from this spray that was just kind of sitting on my face a little bit, almost like where the spray sprayed, there were little white dots, and I had to like kind of push everything into my skin a little bit. And I don't think that was a powder because we'd already powdered. I'm not sure. So I would have to spray this again and test it, but I think that this might leave like a little bit of a white powdery looking finish on your face that you have to make sure that you meld in. But as long as you meld it in, I don't know, this is so far really, really nice. I mean, the day is just now starting to see how it holds up, but it mattified the hell out of my face. So I did want to mention that. And then later we'll probably be unmattifying a little bit with the Glow Mist. So we're going to take this in the car. And yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. This is what we're looking like for the day. And let's go see how everything holds up in the Florida sun. Okay, so I did want to get a clip real quick and just kind of show everything once I got out into the sun. I did kind of like push out those creases that were in under my eye. I kind of melted them out. I know all day I'm going to wish I had filled in my brows. It is what it is, but this is what we're looking at the beginning of the day. I do feel like I'm looking a little bit blurred. I feel like my skin is looking a little bit blurred where I'm normally, you know, pretty textured. I can still see it, but it's like a little bit smoothed out. And my laugh lines are always going to be the first thing to crease. So anyway, yeah, this is the beginning of the day. So this is how we're starting. Let's see how things end up. What colors do you need?
Darkest hour. Blue is for the sky above. Green is for the green pasture.
Let's open the window for this. Let's open the window so I don't smoke you out. Okay, here we go.
Okay. So like a sealer? Or just
It's an SPF.
Oh, okay.
Like an SPF spray. Block them UV rays. Because it's the skin tint that I'm testing is an SPF skin tint.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, you know, to kind of like make you, you know, give you a little bit of something, but also like, it's like a SPF, it's like a tinted SPF. And that's SPF spray because, you know, just like any other SPF, after a few hours, you have to reapply it.
Yeah. Because the sun will burn it up.
Now that spray says it's gonna be glowy, and I don't want to be glowy. So let's hope we're not too glowy. Let's hope we're not hoping for glow. We don't want glow. But I'm looking a little glowy. But we'll see what happens.
Little glowy.
Little glowy. Little glowy. Little bit. We are creasing a little bit in our smile lines, but that is totally expected. Now it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I feel like my skin looks pretty good though. I do feel like my skin looks pretty good. It's SPF 50. It is. It smells good. It's got hyaluronic acid. Cockadoo plum. Look, say this word. Say this word. Say this word. Say that word. Cockadoo. Cockadoo. Cockadoo plum. It's got cockadoo plum and watermelon in it. Do I look glowy? Yeah. Is it too glowy? They're pretty glowy. I mean, they give it a minute. How's the skin tint look? Good. Yeah. I've had to mix it with something because the color was too light, so it's not it by itself. Didn't make me look like you. I want to look blurred without having to put on something that says blurred on it. It is officially the end of the night. And I just got home from the movies with my daughter. I feel like it looks like I've been wearing it all day, but you know what? Like, I'm not complaining. It's not terrible. It's not bad. And I actually really like that SPF spray. Up until now, the one size was the only one I really liked, but I honestly would say if it was the right color, that skin tint would be a winner. It just wasn't the right color, but the primer I really, really, really like. And if that's long-term gonna help fight my dark spots while I'm wearing it, it's a winner too. And I actually really enjoyed that sparkle stick, the unique color. So overall, a few winners today. I wish I would have gotten the right shade in the skin tint, but all right guys, see you in the next one. Bye.